Hi everyone, I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope you had fun making our project from optical art, and I really hope you enjoyed the video that I had prepared for you about Victor Vasarely. It's amazing how an artist can do such wonderful things in a piece of paper or in a canvas. You could see how Victor Vasarely made his work in a simple flat sheet, making it three-dimensional and giving it life in optical view. It was just amazing. Today we saw the video also of Bridget Riley. She's another optical art artist, but in which she had a different way of looking at things. She had a reference and admired a lot another artist that was George Seurat. George Seurat was a painter that developed the technique of pointillism. And pointillism, as you can see, was actually nothing to do with optical art. So, but she took a reference, she admired George Seurat's work, and she mixed it up and turned it into optical art. She referred Seurat's dots as her triangles and her lines and made her work that way. She got inspired by his colors, by the shapes, and made a unique work with optical art. That was her signature. That was her own way of making art. And I think that's what art is about. It's about admiring something, taking a part of it, putting part of your style, and making your masterpiece. And showing your feelings and your emotions towards what is a drawing or a painting. But anyway, part of that is what art is about. And today I'm going to show you a little bit of one of Bridget Riley's paintings that she did that was basically based on circles and zigzag lines. So today we're going to reproduce one of Bridget Riley's work. So I hope you can follow me and enjoy this project step by step. Bridget Riley liked to work with circles as well. So what we're going to do in our worksheet is a white cardboard, our compass, a pencil, and an eraser just in case if we have any mistakes. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with a really small circle. We're going to actually draw 8 circles, but we're going to begin with this small one. We don't need a measurement, so it depends on you what size you want you to do your circles. And something that is also important is in this work, you don't need to have your circles centered. They can be off your middle. That's what's going to make the optical illusion work. So as you can see, the first and second circle are not as centered. Okay, I'm going to zoom that a little bit. Now I have this reference of the circle, and I'm going to do it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to move just slightly from my middle a little bit upwards. And this is my third circle. Oops, sorry. Third circle over here. And then I'm going to grab my fourth circle right there. And I'm going to do it more sideways. If you had a little mistake, you can erase that part. There we go. That's my fourth circle. Now we're going to go into our fifth. I'm going to do it right over here. Let's do it up here. Just be careful not to, see over here, if I do this circle over here, you can see it's going to crash into this one. So try doing it a little bit bigger so it won't affect your circles, okay? So I have my fifth, let's see if it's not going to crash anywhere. See, it's going to crash maybe a tad here. There we go. This is my 6th circle. I'm gonna do it right over here. Let's see over here. This is gonna crash here, so I can do it just a little bit. My 7th circle over here. And finally, I'm going to do my 8. So let's see where we can do our 8. Over here, I think it would be nice to be like really tight. No, but over here it's going to crash. There we go. So it's going to be over here. So I have my 8 circles. I'm just going to erase the bigger one. So I have my 8 circles right over here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's continue with our next step. What we're going to work a little bit over here is on zigzag lines. So what we're going to start doing, I'm going to grab from my 7th circle over here, and I'm just going to do a vertical line here and a vertical line right there. Now the trick to this work that we're going to start doing is that you have to continue the same lining, same direction, like that. Like that. Follow the same angle. If it's starting to get a little complicated, you can begin from over here. You can switch to this side and start doing the same thing. It can get kind of tricky, so don't get desperate. If it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, you can always erase. There's no need for a ruler. You can do it only by hand. See, now I can work, since it's coming a little bit complicated from this side, I can just switch a little bit also and start my lines over here. Just get the right angle. Just like that. Keep on turning it a little bit, your page. Just like make a couple of these angles over here. So now I can do these over here. Always try that both sides have the same angle, okay? Over here we're gonna have to fix a little bit. So little by little, you see that you make an attachment to all of the circle. Okay, now our next step for this project is finishing coloring these two over here so you have a better idea of how the work has to go. We're going to start with the smaller parts. So I'm going to grab my marker. And I'm going to start coloring. This is my first one, and then I'm going to do the one after them. So I'm going to alternate a white space and a blue one. I would recommend you to use regular markers for this one. I mean, like thin markers, not these. It'll take you too long to make it, and you're gonna finish up your marker before you finish your project. So use a regular marker for it. Be really careful to not go over your lines so you have a pretty neat work. So basically it's like this. It's one blue, one white, blue, white, blue on. And after you're done with all of the coloring here, your shape should look something like this. So this is what I'm hoping to see on our on my platform. Have fun doing it. Be patient with it. It takes some time to get the thing just right. So enjoy it and have fun. Until next class, hugs and kisses. Miss you guys a lot. Can't wait to see you. Bye bye for now.